and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody, and Camera Boy. Would you like to say a few words, Camera Boy?
Hello!
Thank you very much. Okay, today a piano player, that's me, will attempt to learn and play this vintage analog instrument. Now this thing is probably about 60 years old and I loaned it from my mother-in-law Ingrid to make a video all about it. It's a button accordion, so it's a very complicated system here that we need to figure out, and hopefully we won't drop it into the ocean, which is something you probably many of you would like to see, but we're not going to do that today. I hope not anyway. What's the only thing an accordion is good for? Learning how to fold a map. And the other one, what do you call an accordion at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. An accordion at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, one accordion at the bottom of the ocean. Good start. Okay, the joke is actually what you call 20 accordions at the bottom of the ocean. Not one. Wow. A good start. So we need to figure out this bewildering instrument with dozens, if not hundreds of buttons here and even more over on this side that I can't see at all. And my ultimate goal is to play a song from my childhood, the theme tune from Captain Pugwash. Pugwash, a song that all you UK people are well familiar with if you're of my age and grew up in the 70s. It's the ultimate song to play on accordion, and if you're not familiar with Captain Pugwash, it's a fabulous hornpipe song. So today we're going to learn how to play that. And Eddie, don't trip up over the box that's just behind you.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm led to believe it's just an urban myth that the main characters in Captain Pugwash were called Master Bates and Seaman Staines. That's not true. Don't laugh, Camera Boy, because that means nothing to you. But that's just a myth, but it's absolutely a great song that I've always wanted to learn. It's been on my bucket list. I'm going to play it for you today, even though I've never played one of these for you before. So a man goes into a bar with an accordion case under his arm. He goes to the pub, walks up to the bar, puts the accordion case down on the bar. Then he opens it up and he takes out a sawn-off shotgun. Phew, that was a relief, said the bartender. You had us worried there for a second. Okay, it's a bit windy here. I want to show you around this accordion and try and explain how the fingering works here, what the bellows do and what these buttons do here. Let's go somewhere else where we're a little bit more sheltered so we don't get too much bad microphone noise. Come on, let's go. Okay, come closer. Okay, I'm wondering if this is a junior model or for a kid or something. It's ever so tight. I've got the straps as long as they can possibly go, but it's still really cramped on me. Perhaps one of you accordion experts, if any are watching, can advise me. I'd also love to know how old this thing is. It used to belong to my mother-in-law's father, and he used to play it when she was a child, so I'm guessing this is maybe 50, 60, 70 years old. Pretty cool anyway. But I'm going to tell you how it works. Let's give you a quick tour of the instrument. Let's start with these bellows.
Action.
Okay, Camera Boy, come in a bit closer. So it might seem obvious, the most characteristic thing with the accordion are these bellows. I think that's the correct term for them. And you push them in and you pull them out to pass air through the reeds. And then when you play the notes, that makes a sound. And the thing is, a couple of things I noticed. If I just hold down a note with my right hand, you get a note when you pull out, and you also get a note when you push in. And again, I need a bit of advice from accordion experts here. I think this one has a leak because I can pull out, can you hear that? And push in without pressing down any notes, and that shouldn't be possible. It should be pretty much airtight when you're not pressing a note. So normally there's a button here somewhere that you can press to allow you to push in and out, and some accordion players use that for a cool effect, but I think this one might be broken since I can pull it in and out. I think there's a leak somewhere in here. Again, accordion experts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if any of you are still watching this nonsense. Pay me £10 and I'll play the accordion for you. Pay me 100 and I won't play it at all. What's the definition of a gentleman? Somebody who knows how to play the accordion but doesn't. Okay, let me give you a tour of this bewildering array of what looks like white and black chocolate buttons. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 5. I don't know exactly what that is, let's say 70, 80 buttons here. But some of them are actually repeated. If I press this button, can you see that, Eddie? I'm not sure. There should be buttons here that are going in at the same time. I'm not seeing that right now. Yeah. See, if I'm pressing that button, then that one goes in at the same time. So there aren't as many different notes as there. If I play this one, see, it's the same note, so there's some duplication here, so perhaps making it easier to finger certain scales or chords, I'm not sure. But there is some method for this madness. Here, I checked on the internet, is our C. Was it this one here? Yes, that's C. And the white notes equivalent to the white notes on the piano, so that's fairly logical. The black notes are our sharps and flats. And the actual notes go chromatically up diagonally here, which is a real weird thing, I think. And what that means is that the chromatic scale, if we start on C, goes like this. I think that was the whole scale, I'm not quite sure. And another interesting thing to note is that the rows here, columns, whatever they are, whichever way you look at it, these correspond to minor thirds. Each of these intervals is a minor third. Take a listen. So it's great for playing those huge diminished chords, just like this. Pretty cool, eh? So really easy to play diminished chords, which is not the case on the piano, but really hard to play anything else, at least for me. Let me show you the C major scale, because I think I figured that out. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Another good thing to note is that this instrument has quite a wide keyboard range. It's actually, this button format is so compact. I've got about 3 or 4 octaves here, I think. Or maybe 2 or 3, I'm not quite sure. But if you had that kind of range with one of these keyboard accordions, with a piano keyboard, it would be absolutely huge. So even though this seems a bit strange and confusing, it's actually extremely compact and allows you to have a huge range than what you could have if you had a piano keyboard. So in some ways, it's quite good. It's just a hell of a pain to learn how to play. Oh. How do you protect a valuable instrument? You put it in an accordion case. No, I said it wrong. How do you protect a valuable instrument from being stolen? You hide it in an accordion case. Okay, so typically you would play some melody lines with your right hand or some solos or something, and with your left you are playing accompaniment. Now this, firstly there's a strap you put your hand into so you can operate the bellows, but this is incredibly difficult because from where I am here I can't actually see what I'm doing. It's completely blind, so it's absolutely hopeless. There's no chance of seeing what you're doing down here. But I think I've pretty much got it figured out, and this is pretty logical and rather fun actually. So these are arranged in lines going this way. Let's see if we can find a C, shall we? Hey, there it is. So that's our C. And this row here is different variations of the C chords. We've got C there. Don't know what that is, to be honest. Okay, it's a bit easier when I can see what I'm doing. Let me show you again, if you come in a bit closer here. So this one, for example, is C, although there's no indentations or anything to help you find that. I think it was C. So these are two bass notes. Going up a fifth. Here is the C minor. Now that's the C major. C minor. C7. So they're diagonal as well. C7. C minor, C major, C bass, and there's an alternate bass note so you can jump up and down there. So yeah, that's pretty logical. And if we go up this way, C, F, B flat, E flat, back down to C. So C, G, D, I think. Hard to say. But they are going round in the circle of fourths. I just can't remember which direction. Fourths that way, or fourth down if you go that way. Oh God, this is the worst accordion tutorial ever. Believe me, there are better ones over there on YouTube, so thanks if you're still watching this rubbish. But this is actually quite logical to have it arranged in the circle of fourths, circle of fifths, because it's very common to go from a C to an F to a G, or the 1 to the 4 to the 5th. And those buttons are next to each other, as I'll demonstrate when we get on to the performance of Captain Pugwash in a minute. Here is my performance of the Captain Pugwash theme. Enjoy! One more time. I ran out of puff. Not too bad, but I think I can do better. One more time. It's easy to forget to do your bellows thing there. Cut. I once left my accordion on the back seat of a car in a rough neighbourhood. When I got back, some lowlife had smashed the window and thrown in another 2 accordions. Okay, by the way, I just discovered in the box I had printed out this chromatic button accordion note chart. So you can see here's the C. No, there's the C I was playing. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Yeah, pretty complicated stuff. Someone told me that the accordion is the most important instrument in Western music. They said that on my Discord because apparently this is the instrument that introduced the Western musical scale to the vast majority of the world in an affordable, cheap and portable instrument. So I'm actually surprised why these instruments aren't more popular. They're compact, they've got a huge range of notes. You can play a melody and accompany yourself, just like an arranger keyboard. It's a one-man band, really. It's got built-in loudspeakers and an amplifier. That sounds really good. It's got a built-in amplifier that sounds really good. It doesn't need any battery power. It's cheap, affordable, and portable, just like this. What's not to like? I actually think this is a fabulous instrument, and I know we've been teasing a little bit and taking the mick. This thing is genius, and I can see myself getting one of these in the future, but not with the buttons, probably with a piano keyboard. In this day and age of DAWs, VSTs, sample library, wavetable synthesis, an instrument like this is a real breath of fresh air, quite literally in fact. Thanks ever so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got some entertainment from it anyway. Thank you ever so much to my camera boy as well, behind the lens there. Do you want to say what your name is, camera boy?
Eddie.
Eddie, thanks ever so much, Eddie. Please do let me know in the comments what you thought of Eddie's performance as a camera boy, and if you want to see more of his work on my channel. I think it was great having him along. It was a lot more fun than it normally would have been, and I hope you enjoy these on-location videos as well. Much more like this to come. Thanks ever so much for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. I'll see you again soon. Cheerio. So a group of terrorists hijacked a plane full of accordion players. When they talked to the negotiators, they said that if their demands weren't met, they would release one accordion player every hour.